Cameroon Calling. Cameroon Calling, we give you both sides of the story.
Still in education, in recent years, an increasing number of students are choosing to pursue their higher education abroad. The number of young Cameroonians opting to study out of the country continues to grow with the publication of the 2023 High School Certificate Exam results. Unfortunately, many of them do not master the technique, and this gives the leeway for fraudulent study abroad agents to prey on the weak. In the report that follows, Winston Lebga examines the phenomenon through the views of some actors in the study abroad business.
This man has been a victim of study abroad scams and decided to abandon his dream of being an international student. He prepared, sat for, and passed the entrance exam into the Higher Teachers Training College, and now he teaches literature in English. We shall call him Cletus. When I visit Cletus in his residence in Yaoundé, I get there when the children were scampering around in the dust with cats and dogs. His face wears the sad familiarity of a man for whom life holds no surprises. Those fools pretended to have my interest at heart, but they took huge sums of money from me and disappeared into thin air. He tells me Cletus had made 3 attempts to apply for a school abroad using the so-called agents before giving up, and he'd lost lots of money in the process. He evaluates his losses at close to 4 million CFA francs. Like Cletus, many young Cameroonians lack the exposure necessary to be aware of the various scams. At the student residential area of Bonamusadi in the Ngwaikele neighborhood of Yaoundé, there are various posters announcing study abroad agents, some of whom say they can help the student get into a scholarship scheme. It is the case in many towns in this country called Cameroon. One of the agents is a man in his 30s whom I will call Jonas. He says he is genuine and educates me on the latest fraudulent activities in the study abroad industry. Jonas mentions that the scammers create websites through which they extort money from their victims. They request for registration and application fees, sometimes amounting to over 500,000 CFA francs, and then visa fees and file processing fees. This is what happened to the teacher, Cletus. You must recognize the risk and know what to avoid, the laid-back agent, Jonas, says. He tells me that legitimate scholarships will be free to apply for, and he will not ask you to pay money. It doesn't work that way. Another victim of the study abroad scam, whom I'll call Njema, had already lost 600,000 francs CFA when she decided to contact the agents by phone, requesting for their physical address. After noticing that they were fraudsters, she went online and got another school that gave her all the information she needed without charging a single franc. She is currently finalizing the travel requirements and is getting ready to jet into the United Kingdom. My study abroad contact, Jonas, tells me if you apply for studies with the assistance of a counselor or agent, you must ensure that they are real and skilled. A qualified and trustworthy study abroad agent will be able to address your queries concerning every step of your study abroad journey, right from the beginning to the very end. They should be able to explain issues like accreditation, course credits, class selection, the academic calendar, accommodation, visa, cost of living, and practical training chances, among other things. A real counselor will help you understand and navigate the procedure. Admissions are processed and reviewed by the university and not by brokers. In certain nations, like the United States of America and the United Kingdom, visa applications are first processed by officially recognized agencies, but the final decision to grant or refuse a visa is made by a consular officer. When I talked to the survivor of the study abroad scam, who is now a teacher, Cletus, the laugh lines at the sides of his eyes deepen, although he keeps a straight face and seems to whisper in a toneless, quiet voice, "It is not the crimes against us that make us unique, but our responses." Apart from teaching, Cletus is a project management consultant, and he is preparing to defend his PhD thesis in comparative literature.
Winston Lebger. In the face of the disturbing situation in which scammers have been targeting young people who want to study abroad, the managing director of a renowned international organization that facilitates traveling abroad to study and work, Marcellus Mbamek, calls for vigilance. In the following interview, George Kelong first asks Mr. Mbamek how certificates obtained in Cameroon are rated abroad.
The academic system globally is always the same. Like if you have a bachelor's degree, it's a bachelor's degree recognized anywhere in the world. So if you have a bachelor's degree in Cameroon, it's rated the same like a bachelor's degree in Canada or in India. If you have a GC advanced level, it's the same as a high school graduate getting into the university. So all of them are rated the same.
But we've been told that there are cases in which some certificates are not rated highly in some Western countries.
Yes, that comes into play when you had something like an HND, Higher National Diploma, or those who graduated from professional schools. That's where we have to start looking at what is the equivalent. Let's say you studied at the higher teachers training, colleges, and so on. Those are the areas where the certificates have to be looked into to get the equivalent.
May we know what opportunities are available for learners in Canada and India?
In India, we have bachelor's program, master's programs, and PhD programs. In Canada, we have the same, but also in Canada, we have vocational programs. Vocational programs are skill-based programs where the learners can study for, say, 6 months to 1 year, and they are ready for the job market. So Canada has this opportunity for young learners to get into the country. Within 6 months, they are trained on specific skills, and after 6 months, they are awarded diplomas and they qualify for the job market.
Every year, especially around this period, when students are fighting hard to travel abroad to study, some scammers take advantage of the situation to make quick cash before disappearing into thin air. How serious is the problem? You have been in the field for quite some time.
Yes, I've been in the field for like 4 years now. It is a very serious problem. I have parents coming to me and telling me this person took 1 million, 4 million, and so on. It's a very serious problem. So I always advise parents, please don't deal with people on the street. Deal with institutions that are well recognized, that are well established, so you don't fall into this problem. But it is a very serious problem, especially in Cameroon. So we are calling on parents, don't deal with people on the street. If someone tells you, I know this person that can help you, yes, it is a good thing, but check if they are well established so that tomorrow, if there's an issue, you can go to the office and complain.
After painting such a bleak picture, Mr. Marcellus Mbamek, why do you think Cameroonian students and their parents should take the offers of your own organization, Globus Education Systems, seriously?
Yes, they should take us seriously because we are number one in Africa. We are the best education consultancy company in Africa. We are well rated by several organizations, which they can find the information online. We are well established. In Cameroon alone, we employ more than 45 Cameroonians. So no one comes to employ people to pay them to scam others while making money. No, we are well established. We have an office in Yaoundé. We have an office in Douala. We have an office in Bafoussam. We are operating in Nigeria, we are in Ghana, we are in Burkina Faso. We recently opened our country office for East Africa in Rwanda. So we are well established. So I don't see why they will not be able to trust us.
Offering scholarships to an unlimited number of students to live and study in India for free, and helping students to finance their studies in Canada and eventually work there. Is that not too good to be true? What does your organization stand to gain in all of that?
Yes, when it comes to scholarship is merit-based. Scholarship is not given to everybody. For example, if you are going to India, like previously, the Indian government is the one that awards the scholarships. We are not the one offering the scholarship. We are facilitators of the programs because we represent the universities that the students are supposed to be placed into in India. So as university representatives, we facilitate the process. We are not the scholarship awarders. The scholarship is offered by the Indian government. For Canada, USA, and the other countries, it is purely merit-based. You have to score at least 90% overall score in your previous level of study before getting the scholarship. So when they get the scholarship, we charge a minimal amount for our services, but the scholarship is not awarded by Globus Education Systems.
May we know the number of places that are available for this academic year?
For this year, the Indian government changed the procedure for the scholarship. Normally, students used to write an exam, and those who excel, they give them a fully funded scholarship. But this year, they decided to do a previous academic certificates evaluation and awarding scholarships. So this year, there were about 250 Cameroonians that were awarded partial scholarship. Partial means that they have to pay a certain amount of the tuition, not the complete amount. But it is up to the parents to decide if they can be able to afford that minimum amount. So there are 250 places available this year for Cameroonians going to India.
We are talking here about India and Canada, two Commonwealth countries that have diplomatic ties with Cameroon. How involved are these two countries, as well as the Ministry of External Relations, in the initiative your organization has been carrying out?
The first thing you need to know is that before we send out documents to the embassies for visas and so on, we have to go through the Ministry of External Relations where the certificates are evaluated and assessed to be sure that they are genuine certificates before they are authorized to go to the embassies. So the Ministry of External Relations is involved in every document that goes to the embassies. The Indian embassy works in partnership with us, and if anyone walks to the Indian embassy today to say they want to study in India, they will be referred back to Globus Education for assistance. So we work very closely with the diplomatic missions, but we do not guarantee visas. We are not a visa issuing organization. We represent universities and assist students in the visa process, not that we give visas.
What guarantees are there that all those who will take interest in what you have been talking about here will not find themselves stranded upon their arrival in those countries?
The guarantee is that all the students that we assist, when they get visas, we do what we call pre-departure assistance. We make sure there is someone on the other side ready to pick them up at the airport, carrying them to school so that they don't fall into any scam on the other side whereby some people can take advantage of them. So we are always there to accompany the students right up to when they get to campus. And even after they start classes, we are still open to assist them when they have some challenges. We have been there for the past 4 years. Last year, more than 200 Cameroonian students got fully funded scholarships and left for India. We have been there. We have been doing a lot of campaigns, talking to Cameroonians, trying to let them know that this opportunity is there. We do a lot of campaigns. We go to other cities, not only here in Yaoundé, to Boya, to Bafoussam, Douala, Bamenda, and so on, to let the public know that we are available to assist them. Cameroonians know about us. Those who don't know about us, maybe for some reasons you cannot reach everybody at the same time, or maybe sometimes they want to close their ears to some kind of information. We are going to the various cities in Cameroon. We'll be in Douala, we'll be in Boya, in Bamenda, in Bafoussam, and here in Yaoundé. We are going closer to the parents and to the students to do one-on-one counseling to explain to them the opportunities that are available. So we'll be in these cities from the 14th of August to the 26th of August, every day from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. to do one-on-one counseling with the parents and the students. All they need to do is search Globus Education Systems. They will see our contact numbers there. Here in Yaoundé, we are located at Carrefour Intendance at the Commercial Bank building. In Douala, we are at Avis 7 Hotel. In Bafoussam, we are at Hotel Carrefour Le Maire. In Bamenda, we'll be at White House Restaurant, and in Boya, we'll be at Eta Palace Hotel. We are going there for these 2 weeks to explain to students the opportunities that are available to them to travel and study abroad.
The managing director of a renowned international organization that facilitates traveling abroad to study and work, Marcellus Mbamek, on Cameroon Calling.
You are a child of the universe. no less than the trees and the stars. You have arrived.
Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself.
You are a child.